What up, you weirdos? Fever here. How's everyone doing today? You getting excited for Christmas and all the delicious snackies? I know I am. I started a series where we cover and make builds using weapons from the Exotic Kiosk that came out with Beyond Light. And to continue on from that, today we're going to talk about one of the most hated and memed out weapons in Destiny's history. That's right, the Jotunn, aka the Toaster, aka one of many dad weapons. The Jotunn is an energy solar fusion rifle that tracks its targets and burns everything to the ground. And I mean everything. It comes with volatile launch, liquid coils, shield disorient, and polymer grip. The intrinsic trait is charge shot. Hold down the trigger to charge up a tracking shot that explodes and burns on impact. But this isn't a weapon review, so let's get into the build already. So the Jotunn on its own is pretty fun, but today we're going to pair it with some Charged Light and Warmind mods to make things a little funner. The whole point of this build is for some good old-fashioned ad control from the Warmind cells and Jotunn burn damage. It's really simple, and I leave these builds somewhat open-ended because I encourage you to experiment with them a bit and see what you can come up with. And when you do, let me know what build you made in the comment section. I always like to hear from everyone. Okay, first we're going to get into the Warmind cell mods, and if you don't know what a Warmind cell is, Warmind cells are a ball of destruction that can be modded to do various things, and have a chance to drop when killing something with a 7th Seraph or a Akalos weapon. But there's an exception to the rules, and it's called Wrath of Rasputin. This mod reads, solar splash damage final blows have a chance to create Warmind cells, and it just so happens the Jotunn causes solar splash damage. See where I'm going with this? You get a Warmind cell roughly every 5th kill if they die from splash damage. If you pair it with another mod called Global Reach, which extends the range of the Warmind cell blast radius, you're now wiping most ads out within a 2-block radius. I wonder what a 2-block radius is in Destiny. Anyways, Global Reach has some range. Now moving on to the Charge with Light mods, which is Quick Charge and Heavy Handed. Quick Charge lets you become charged with light by rapidly defeating multiple enemies with fusion rifles or shotguns. It also has a secondary perk, which is what we're after in this mod. It greatly increases the ready speed of fusion rifles, shotguns, SMGs, and swords, when you have another arc mod socketed in the armor as well. Or, if you have another Charge with Light arc mod socketed into a different piece of armor, which we're about to discuss, and that's Heavy Handed. While Charged with Light, regain half of your melee energy when you use a charged melee ability, consuming 1 stack of Charged with Light. The secondary perk, while surrounded by multiple combatants, defeating a combatant with a fusion rifle, shotgun, sidearm, or SMG adds ammo from that weapon to your reserves. Now this is where the open-ended build comes into place. The 2 charge mods I just mentioned are pretty good because of their secondary perk alone, and you can add a 3rd Charge with Light mod to it as well for even more fun. Or maybe you want to go with a full-on Charge with Light Jotunn build without the Warmind cells, then this is a good foundation to get started. You can add mods like Firepower. This one gives you grenade energy back when using your grenade while charged with light. And then there's Energy Converter, which gives you super energy when you're using your grenade. You get up to 50% of your super back depending on how many stacks of Charged with Light you have. Add in the mod Stacks on Stacks, which gives you more stacks of Charged with Light. And if you were to start pairing all this with something like the Celestial Fire Warlock melee, Winged Sun and Sun Bracers, exotic arms, things get wild, then there's fire everywhere. Just lots of fire. You could even go in more of a Warmind heavy build if you wanted to and take out the Charge with Light mods. Start adding something like Burning Cells for even more solar damage, or the Suppression Warmind cell, and the possibilities go on. Regardless of the direction you go in, this simple build opens up for some real fun. Like I said earlier, I encourage you to tinker around with these instead of me screaming OMG this build is a must have. Go out there and do some big Guardian things and let me know what you create. If you found this video helpful, like and subscribe, but as always, just be a good person to one another and have a fantastic day. Thank you.